This is Wellness Hubnest, bringing you another reflective thought on human patterns. Let's delve into it. Most people don't notice when their energy starts to disappear. It doesn't vanish all at once. It fades gradually. A little less focus, a little more fatigue, a growing sense that even simple things take more effort than they should. And because the change is so subtle, it's easy to assume this is just part of life. Just stress, just responsibility, just getting older. But often, there's a quiet habit underneath it all. A daily behavior that seems harmless, but slowly drains energy over time. That habit is constant micro-distraction. Not one big distraction, but many small ones. The kind that don't feel important enough to question. It starts early in the day. You check your phone for a moment. A message, a notification, a quick glance, then another and another. None of these moments feel significant, but each one pulls your attention away, just slightly. And every time attention shifts, your brain has to re-engage. That re-engagement has a cost. It's small, but it accumulates. As the day continues, these small interruptions multiply. You switch between tasks. You check updates. You respond quickly. You return to what you were doing, but not quite with the same clarity. Each shift leaves behind a trace, a small fragment of attention that hasn't fully returned. By the afternoon, something feels different. You're not necessarily doing more, but you feel more tired, less focused, more resistant to effort. This is the effect of fragmented attention. Your brain has been working continuously, not on deep tasks, but on constant switching. And switching is expensive. The brain is designed for sustained focus. It works best when attention stays in one place long enough to complete a cycle. But micro-distractions interrupt that cycle again and again. The result is unfinished mental loops. And those loops quietly drain energy. What makes this habit dangerous is how normal it feels. Checking your phone feels harmless. Responding quickly feels efficient. Staying updated feels responsible. But when these behaviors become constant, they reshape how your mind operates. Over time, deep focus becomes harder. Not because you've lost discipline, but because your attention has been trained to move quickly, to shift, to scan, to react. And when attention becomes reactive, energy becomes unstable. You may notice this as restlessness, or difficulty concentrating, or the feeling that starting something meaningful requires more effort than it used to. This is where many people misinterpret the problem. They assume they need more motivation, more discipline, more pressure, but pressure doesn't restore energy. Clarity does. Energy is closely tied to attention. When attention is scattered, energy is scattered. When attention is stable, energy becomes available again. The shift begins with something simple, not eliminating all distractions, but noticing them. Not every notification needs an immediate response. Not every thought needs to be followed. Not every moment needs to be filled. Creating small spaces of uninterrupted focus changes how the brain functions. Even short periods of sustained attention begin to rebuild mental endurance. You may notice it quickly. Tasks feel smoother. Decisions feel clearer. The resistance to starting begins to fade. And perhaps most importantly, your energy starts to return, not all at once, but gradually, in the same quiet way it was drained. This is how many invisible habits work. They don't take energy dramatically, they take it quietly, through repetition, through normalization, through small actions that seem insignificant on their own. But once you see the pattern, you can begin to interrupt it. Not perfectly, but intentionally. This episode is part of the Invisible Habits series, exploring the quiet patterns that shape our lives without us noticing. If this reflection resonated with you, consider subscribing for more episodes in the series. And in the comments, share if you've ever noticed how small distractions affect your energy. Sometimes the smallest habits have the greatest impact. Thank you for watching and play safe out there.